lot of people who don't know what that means. Rusman, time to put your phone away, please. Okay? What does solve mean? You've been solving. We're going to solve these inequalities. What do you mean by answer? What does that answer do to that inequality? It makes it true. So you want to find the numbers that make the sentence true. Could be number, could be numbers, and might not be any numbers. That make the sentence true. So I'm looking at two inequalities. Are they the same or are they different? Are they? Yeah. Well, they both have the same boundary point. This 4 here is where this is going to, I'll do it this way. This 4 is the boundary where things will go from true to false. That's it. I mean, it's honestly that easy. So we put the 4 here. What number's to the right of 4? 5. And what number's to the left? 3. Okay. Am I going to include the 4? Do I have an extra line under there? No. This would be including, right? That's not including, so I'm going to undo that. So what kind of circle at 4? Open. Now, think about what this means. I want numbers smaller than 4, or we could just be even blinder than that and say, let's test a number on our number line. Now, what's the easiest number to test? 0. Because if there's a negative in front of it, it doesn't matter, because 0 times any number, not anything, but any number, is 0. If you put 0 in here, is 0 smaller than 4? Is that true or is that false? It's true. I'd rather have $4 than $0. How about you guys? Right? That's true. So then 0 would be included in my answer set. And we're not going to do set builder notation. I don't care if it says set builder notation on any of the worksheets. Just ignore it. We're just going to do it this way. And so if 0 is true, then every number on this side will make that a true sentence. And if you really want to double check it, Rusman, what number could I put in there to double check? I already did 0. 4 makes 4 is not less than 4. I could try 3. What about 5? Because I'm claiming this side. You can put any of those numbers in. That's right, Rusman. Exactly right. Do you believe that 5 doesn't work? Josh, let's put 5 in. Is 5 smaller than 4? No. So 5 doesn't work. 5 is not shaded. Okay? You should have the page turned. Well, let's do this one in blue. We still have the same boundary point. I'll put it under there so we know to see the difference. And let's see if I get the same answer. Okay? Now I'm going to try, what number would you like to try in this one? Well, you can try 5. Is 4 greater than 5? No. So guess what? Do I shade the side with the 5? No. I shade the other side. Let's try one number to make sure. What's the best choice? No, what's the easiest one? 0. Is 4 bigger than 0? Yeah. Are these the same answers? I can't list them all. There's too many, Rusman. There's just too many. They are the same things. If I take, can we see the blue okay? If I take x is less than 4, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take that, and I'm going to clone it. And if I flip this over, in fact, let me change colors even. Make it white, then you can see it. And I'm going to flip this. So I'm going to go here. You can't do that. You don't have a smart board. And we're going to do left, right. So now I'm going to put the 4 on the left side and the x on the right side. And I know it may be hard to see, but you see, because the 4 is backwards. But you see that's the same as what I have here? These are the same things, aren't they? Yes. So if I switch the x and the 4, what happened to the inequality symbol? It switched. Come on in. Which Jake? Which Jacob? He's not here yet. Okay, so, but you know what? I don't have to remember that property if I just know what it means to solve. Because honestly, all you got to do is substitute in. We're going to have to do a little work when things get more complicated. Okay, ready? Now, we had some problems like this that you saw in the kangaroo worksheet. Michael? Now how would you describe this? Okay, you guys, look at the picture. Forget math. Forget math right now. How would you describe all the numbers that are shaded? No, they're not equal. No, we got negatives here, positives there. There's a number that's not there. It's not included. What number is not? And that's the answer. X does not equal. You guys know what that means. You've seen the not sign. You see it all the time. Here's a sign that says parking. And they put that line through it. No parking. X is not 0. You could have described it with, like Nick said, I think, X is greater than 3, the positive numbers, and then the numbers smaller than 3. You could describe it that way, too. They're both correct. This is more succinct. Do you know what succinct means? New word for you. Turn the page. Succinct means concise, to the point. It's compact. It's clear. This is easier. This says everything that does, but this is more complicated. What about this one?
It's like the X. It's the equal and it's crossed out, and then it's like a line.
Can you describe? Can you describe the right side?
The right side? No.
Sure. My numbers are. How about these numbers? How do they compare to 3? Then greater than. Could they be equal to?
Yeah.
Yes. And then how would you describe this side? X is less than 3. It really, I'll accept it if you put the equal sign on both of those, but you really can't do that. You have to choose which one you want it to go with. It doesn't matter. Yes, she's right there. Yes. Okay. You know what, you guys, a succinct way to say this, ready? It's everything, all numbers. Okay, Ted? All numbers.
Yeah.
You could say they're all the real numbers because there are other kinds of numbers. That means all real numbers. The only ones you know about are real numbers. What?
Wouldn't that, like, where it says where the 1 is, wouldn't that be like a line under it because it's shaded in?
Yes, but it's everything up to 3. This means if I put 1 in there, that will make it true.
Yeah, but when you want to put a line,
I could put a line here. I don't want it in both places. I won't be fussy about it because then it's not a function. It's not. It's because you have to choose which side. But don't worry about it. I'll accept that. It's not a big deal. Not yet. Okay, guys? This little r means all the real numbers. Merdies? All the real numbers. There are other kinds of numbers. They're called imaginary numbers. They come from square rooting negative numbers. They're not imaginary at all. It was a misnomer. Okay, you ready to go to the next page? I will be collecting this packet. Now, this is some old stuff. We're just going to come back and review a little bit. But again, I can still talk about what's a solution. We did tables. We're going to come back, just hit a little bit on it in this class. A solution are numbers that make the sentence true. Okay.
Is this going to be on our quiz tomorrow, these tables?
Maybe?
I want to know what it's studying. Are we getting points for this packet?
Yes. You get points for everything you do in here. Okay, so let's do this. What is the easiest number I can put in for x? Ted? True. Does look kind of weird. I'll fix that. Yes, because that's what I want you to know. When you walk out of this class in June, you better be able to tell me what a solution is. Well, if you know that what a solution is, next year's math is so much easier. All math is easier. Okay. Guys ready? Ted, shh. What's the easiest value you can put in for x?
0.
0. Then you just evaluate this. You put x equal to 0 in there, and I get 4 times 0. What's that? 0. What's the next easy number? 1. 1 times 4 is 4. Could I use the slope to do this?
Yeah.
What is the slope?
X.
No. Slope is the number in front of x. So, shh, guys, if I increase this one more, this will increase by how many more? So I'll be at what? 8. You could put the 2 right in here. 4 times 2 is 8. That's 2 ways to do it. But I personally like to say, oh, I've got a straight line, so therefore I'm going to just keep adding 4.
16.
Yeah. If you got that, you got a huge concept in calculus. That's what we do. We talk about rates of change. And this is changing by 1. This is changing by 4 always. When we did the parabola, that didn't happen. So then we just plot our points. How many points do I have to plot?
3.
I have to have at least 2 to get a line, but I might not have the right line unless I graph 3. And there it is. Okay, my line's bad. Let's just slide it over. No, oh, I'm connected to the dot. It's okay, it's close enough. I know, I couldn't draw it very well, but so you know that doesn't go there. It actually goes right through this line here and these points. There it is. And if I were an architect, I would be very precise about those things.
I'm Art.
Unfortunately, in Egypt, they're not very precise about those things. So their walls don't do this. They kind of some do this, this. Yeah. It's very interesting.
But they are filling.
That's the new construction, yeah.
Yeah.
But just a couple months ago, one whole apartment complex, I thought I had that on, one whole apartment complex fell. No, it's just a news thing. Okay, can you guys do this one? What's the first point you're going to put in there? Okay. What's negative 2 times 0? What's any number times 0? It's 0. Now what do you want to put in? 1. So negative 2 times 1 gives you negative 2. What's the slope? Negative 2. So if I increase x by 1, the slope, the y values go down by 2. So I'm at negative 2. If I go 2 more down, I'm where? At negative 4. Drop it 2. Negative 6. And negative 8. And then you plot the points. You have a question, Bernice? These pictures here, okay, you guys, 1 is negative 2, 2 is negative 4, 3 is negative 6, 4 is negative 8. It's going to fit. This line that I'm going to try to draw, not very well, but it's okay. That's a picture of all the ordered pairs. These are ordered pairs that make this sentence true. We're still solving. I don't care if I gave you some weird looking equation, y equals x cubed, you can still do it. Because you're just going to substitute and evaluate. Always works. And then you graph the points. We are only focused in this class on lines, but I gave you the parabola worksheet that some of you still have not turned in so that you can realize there are more other graphs out there. Not everything's a line. Take a look in the newspaper and see what you could bring in. Okay, well, that one's a little harder. Not too hard. What's the easiest number to start with? 0. Oh, good. I like that one. We get that answer. And then I put in 0 plus 1 equals 1. That's not times now. What's the next easy number? 1. So 1 plus 1 is?
2.
What's the slope? It's there. It's kind of hidden. It's 1. Is this increases by 1? This increases by 1.
4.
So where is that? 3. Whoops. Forgot to increase that by 1. Increase this to 3. This is 4. That's 4. This is 5. Okay, then we graph it. Not particularly hard, is it?
Really hard. Got it.
There's 0, 1. If some of you have problems graphing, please come in and get some extra help, plotting points. There's 2,
Can I come?
anytime before school. And they all are going to lie on this line. And they're lines, so put arrows on them so I know that they go forever. Forever and ever. Okay, don't forget to put your line in. Don't you want a pencil? I have 3 pencils on my desk. Okay. Oh, next one's a little trickier. But if you just put the points in, it's okay. Why don't you guys try that? How about you guys give me the X's and then I'll let you try it. So what X's do you want to use? 0, 1, 2.
3, 4.
Okay, you tell me what you get. We're going to walk around and check it. And then plot it. And then we're going to do some more inequality stuff. Okay, so turn the page. You just substitute in 1 here. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. Or we use slopes. Oh yeah, some people are a little behind. Okay, yeah, you can keep going. We want to see which ones, and actually maybe we should do this little shade and do this like one at a time like this. Now, circle all the correct solutions for that inequality. So you're testing all those points just like we did. Michael, question? Not yet. So if I put -1 in here, is -1 less than or equal to 3? Is that true? Isn't -1 smaller than 3? Yeah. You could graph it, but all you do is put in there. Is 2 smaller than 3? That's true. Is 3 smaller than or equal to 3?
Yes.
Ready? Listen to the whole question. 2 is smaller than or equal to 3. It's 3 is equal to 3. So that's a solution. But what about 4? No. Okay, do you know how to do this? Let's do the next one. You just seen which are solutions, because what are solutions, Jake? Nope. Solutions are numbers that make the sentence true. Answer doesn't mean anything. The answer to 2 plus 3 is 5. I didn't solve anything. I simplified. I don't like to write 2 plus 3 if I can write it as 5. Okay, could you put this in English? I want numbers bigger. Okay, Ted, Paris? Numbers bigger than -1. That's what that means. What's bigger than -1? Numbers larger than -1. I've had a lot of success with this with students who write that out in English. Math people have just taken the English and written it in a different language so that we don't have to write all that stuff. Look how much space that took. That's much easier. Is -1 bigger than -1?
No.
How about 2?
Yes.
-4, they're not in order. No. And 8. Okay, one more. Oh, x equals 1. It's too easy. Come on, it's an easy one. X equals 1. Which is the right answer? Because there's only one answer to this. 4 is equal to 1? Only in Bernice's world. Okay, do you understand what you're doing with this now? Oh, the next one's hard. It says, I want all numbers. Maybe we should do the next one together, too. What does that mean, Bernice? Okay, I want anything except for 4.
1, 2, and 4.
What about B?
Yes.
That's not equal to 4. That's -4.
Yeah. That works.
You don't circle any of that.
I want, this is a not sign. I want every number except 4. So 4 doesn't make that true. That's right. B, C. Okay, should we look at 5 next? Okay. I don't see. Okay, now this is one of those that's written backwards. You can make it go forward if you want, or we can just test it. Why not just test it? Remember, we're looking for numbers that make it true. Now, you have to know what this says. 0 is bigger than negative 1. Is that true?
Yeah.
Is 0 bigger than negative 1? Yeah, that's true. Okay. How about 2? Is 0 bigger than 2?
No.
So, not going to count that one. Is 0 bigger than negative 3?
Yeah.
Yes. Think of temperatures. I'd rather have it 0 degrees than negative 3. This one it was negative. It was positive 5, I think. How about 4? Is 0 bigger than 4? I'd rather have $4 than $0. No, it's not true. See what I'm doing? I'm just finding solutions, numbers that make the sentence true. There's no math in here.
What?
There's no math. This is English. Find numbers bigger than,
That makes no sense.
0's bigger than all of these numbers.
That makes no sense. How is that right?
Because I just wrote it in English. These are,
But we
what,
call it
0, it is, but it's using English. 0 is bigger than
So when did we math?
Yep. Or equal. The only thing that's mathy about this are the symbols, but it's English. 0 is bigger than this number or equal to. So is 0 bigger than negative 1? Is 0 bigger than or equal to 0? Yes. Is 0 bigger than or equal to 1? Is 0 bigger than or equal to 2? No. Okay, it's not particularly hard. It's a bit tedious. Yeah.
Needed her help. Yes.
That's a 1/2, by the way.
Yes. We need her help on that half.
Why? You don't know what half is? Draw a picture if you have to. Here is a half of a pie. What does an eighth of a pie look like? How many divisions? I'm going to do 8. Okay, here's an eighth of a piece. Is half bigger?
Oh, no, never mind. You're right.
Is 1/8 make it true? Is 1/8 bigger than a half?
No.
No. Now that's a positive number. Is a negative number, here's some math, is a negative number ever bigger than a positive number? No. So we can throw that out and that out. How about 3/4 of a pie? Because 3/4 would be this, this, and this, and that certainly is bigger. And 5/6 is almost a whole pie.
Oh, so
It's bigger. That's where you have to think. And that's just fractions. Now I'm hoping the next one's not so tough. Yeah. No. Read it. That one's true, but is 3 smaller than 2? No. So I don't want 2 in there. Doesn't work. Might be. I haven't looked at the choices. Whoops. Okay, this is 3. Okay. You said 5 works? Let's look at it. 5. This is really, I'm looking for numbers between 3 and 7. That's what I'm looking for. 5 works. How about negative 2? Works with 1, but that's work with both. So 5 works. And how about 3? 3 almost works. It doesn't, because that's got to be less than. That's very good, because this was a harder one. That's it. Now, I get to include the negative 2 and 8 here. Do I have a negative 2 or 8 in my list? The easy ones. Yes, I do. It's B. Now, I want numbers in between negative 2 and 8. In fact, I'm going to teach you a different notation. I don't know. I haven't checked anything. Is 4, because you know what? Think about this. How would you describe it? If you wanted to describe the sentence to your parents, you would say, X is between, wouldn't you? Negative 2 and 8. So I just want numbers in between negative 2 and 8. How about negative 1? Is that in there?
No.
Draw a picture. Here's negative 2. Here's 8. Where's negative 1? I want these numbers right in here.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Yes, negative 1's between negative 2 and 8. How about 4?
Yes.
How about 10?
No.
No. Okay. Pardon? Yes, because of the equal to sign. If I'd had negative 2, x is between negative 2 and 8, but not including them, then b would not work. In that one. Okay, I think we have one more page to do. Oh, now oh yeah, that'll probably take us to the end of the hour, and then any of the work you have that you haven't turned into me. So you get to match these. I wonder if I can move them. Yes.
On the last page it says homework page 170.
I have a worksheet for that. So all I want them to do is this. Okay, which one would match with graph 1? There's only one answer.
4.
How would you describe this? Put that in words for me. X is what? No? Yeah. Let me see if these move.
No, Jake. I can do it.
You're going to have to draw lines because if they don't move. I'm surprised. Mrs. Little made these, and she usually makes them move. But what does E say? You're close. Very good. Okay. Don't fall over, please. Number 2. You guys did this in the kangaroo worksheet, but I'm not sure you got it. Merdice, what's the answer to number 2?
Number 2 is
Nick, do you agree with him?
Yes, I agree.
Okay.
How is that B?
You can't include 1,
B is
and it's less than. It's going that way.
So that's not right?
No, he said what? C? C is correct.
and then 3 is B.
You know what? Let's give ourselves a little help here. Let's cross these off once we've used them.
No, let me get there.
Come on up.
Oh,
You guys fill it out while he comes up here and does it.
B should have been B4.
Merdice. Okay, so what's number 3?
what?
What's number 3? Which graph?
Wait, let me see. B.
Write it down. And then cross out B.
Oh.
You want to do another one?
Alright. This one is A.
Everybody agree?
Yes.
Elias, you agree?
Has to agree.
Cross out A.
I don't care. They have to agree.
Cross out A. Okay, I'll cross out A. Okay.
And then E.
D is 6 and E is 5.
There you go.
You should all have this written down. And you can use these notes when you take your quiz. Why not?
Yeah, totally, bro.
Oh, now you guys have to do this when you have to write the inequality. No more matching, no more help. Try it yourself. Elias, do you have the answer to the first one? What did you get? Yeah. Shh. Could I use a letter like A?
Doesn't matter.
Nick, do you have a letter you want to do on 2? Or a symbol? Merdice, sit down, please. Where's the boundary on number 2?
Wait, can you go back? Thank you,
Okay, try the next ones. Does anybody want to create? I thought Nick would be creative. Pick a different letter.
Oh.
Paris, you can do it?
Yeah.
You want to come up and do it?
So, negative. So I did. Can I do
Good.
any letter?
Any letter you want, but you got to pick a pen.
Where's your pen?
Right up there. You're right.
P.
That's a special pen. You want these? No.
Oh.
Now pick a color. Oh,
Oh.
it's the thick one.
No,
click on the, no, click on the pen. There you go. And now click on one. That's the thick one. Okay, but that's okay.
Leave. And I did.
Very good.
And then I'm not done yet. One more.
Well,
Watch out.
And what?
good. I think you guys are getting this. So we have a little worksheet that reviews this, and then the quiz is similar to this as well. So we'll quiz tomorrow on this. Oh, but she didn't do the hard one.
Is that bad?
No, it's okay. How about Chelsea or Melissa? Do you know how to do number 4? Hannah, do you know how to do number 4? It's everything except a number.
Yeah, so.
What is it except? And what letter do you want to? How about H for Hannah? H is, what number are we not including? This is the not sign. Not what? What number is that that's got the open circle? Right here. It's 8. That's right. How about number 5? 5 is too easy. Let's change. Let's try.
X equals -7.
Oh, we're going to do x equals -7. Oh, we could have inequalities with big numbers. You might even use this as a guide for your temperatures. Yeah. My temperature is less than 100. Is that far enough? Oh. Well, try the next one. Is that the last page? I think that's the last page. That's it. I don't know. Okay, now I slide it? Okay. Okay, 6 is t is less than 100. What about this one?
X is greater than 0.
I did Z.
Z.
Wow, I did Z too. Wow.
Z.
I did T for Teddy.
Bigger than
Anything
0.
B.
That's right.
And then -8.
Sure.
Okay, but then T, and then, so T is smaller with like a line underneath.
Less than or equal to
-2.
-2.
See that was cheating again. A on my test.
I think so. I think you're getting this now. Because you know why you're getting it? Because you understand what it is we're doing. You understand what a solution is now, but before you didn't understand that. Well, we'll get you started on this worksheet, but some people owe me a worksheet, so I think you can get 1 through 6 done. Yes, I'll collect it. And we'll work on this one. Oops, sorry. No, you guys can do this. It's just like what we just did now. Yes, you can work on this for 5 minutes. Do not take it home. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. We will work on this tomorrow. I would like you to work on a little bit of it today and then work on a lot of it tomorrow so that when you come in there and you work on this, you refresh your memory, and then you can take your quiz when this is done and you know it's right.